What's up? I am DREWSTOW, and this is the first episode of DREWSTOW Air, my solo thunder run of OnAir company using Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Let's go! I'll be doing this as a solo run. Thunder also means you cannot have any AI pilots. You can hire AI as co-pilots, as flight attendants, as maintenance staff, but all the flying will be done by me, and I'll be flying every flight on the VATSIM network. VATSIM network, if you've not heard of that, is the VAT simulation network. It stands for VAT simulation. Actually short for the Virtual Air Traffic Simulation Network, which is a place where people go to pretend to be air traffic controllers. And if you ask yourself what kind of a lunatic pretends to be an air traffic controller, you should also think about what kind of a lunatic watches a YouTube video of another lunatic running a fake airline in a flight simulator that's controlled by the lunatics pretending to be air traffic control. Or better yet, don't think of that, and instead smash the like and subscribe button before I further alienate my tiny and niche audience. VATSIM, though, it's pretty sweet. It's voice communications. This is a live ATC map on the VATSIM network, so you can zoom in and see what parts of the country, or indeed world, have air traffic control live on the VATSIM network. A few of the other tools I will be using is SimBrief for filing flight plans and SkyVector for having access to all sorts of charts. A lot of this is going to be me stumbling, making mistakes, and trying not to go bankrupt. Like I said, this is going to be a solo thunder run. On the Thunder world here, does not allow any AI pilots. You can see on the bottom of the screen, I will update our company's stats here as we go. You start out right here with $10,000 cash. Company value is nothing. And we have no aircraft and one employee, myself. Reputation's another mechanic in the game. It's kind of neat. As you perform flights and hopefully you perform them well, your company gains reputation, and that affects a whole bunch of things like loans and the types of jobs you can take on. We are located at K-Rock. We got our lone employee here awaiting orders, but he's got nothing to fly. We can come over here to our pending jobs. There's always at least one auto-generated job. And these are, I think they call them level jobs. So it's worth a ton of experience. So the reason to fly a job is for experience and for money. So this job here is worth $5,000. A few other things to check out here. Aircraft usage tree. Here's a breakdown of the different aircraft in the game and how many flights and flight hours they have in them. Skills tree. FBOs are a way of expanding your company's bases of operation. If you set up 2 FBOs, you can run repeated routes between them. But we're a long way off from being able to afford any of this stuff. Passengers would be a good thing to be able to fly around. Right now, all we can ferry around is cargo. But I think bank loans are going to be the most important. I think we should try to get into executive jet jobs, kind of small regional jets. I think that should be our initial goal, and it's going to take a while of grinding out cargo jobs to get there, but I think that's where we should take this company. All right, here's the G36. So we've got a range of 774 nautical miles and 176 knots. 5 seats. So that seems not terrible. I mean, if we compare that to, range is similar, speed is much, much slower. So let's go back for that G36. Bonanza. And let's look for one near Rochester, since that's where we're starting out from. All right, cool, we got a bunch. Ooh, do we have one at Rochester? Oh, that would be incredible. All right, when you take a lease, it can go anywhere from 4 to 48 weeks. You get a discount 12 weeks and beyond. This is going to cost us $7,920. Let's do it. So since we're leasing, we are on the hook for any maintenance costs. Within 4 weeks of our lease, I doubt we're going to fly 99 hours. So we shouldn't be on the hook for the 100-hour inspection. And when we end the lease, we got to make sure our airframe is at least 95%. and our engines are at least 92%. So that should be pretty reasonable. All right, yeah, so now you can see our current cash is $2,100, and our company value is a very impressive negative $7,900. We've got our work cut out for us. Our first job, what did we say that was going to be? A $5,000 job? So after our first flight, we're still going to be pretty severely in the negatives. Should be a fairly quick flight. Services in Trenton. All right, we got to confirm that we can purchase fuel when we're up there, and we can. So that's good news. And completing this will give us 1,000 XP points, which will be enough to unlock another skill on the skill tree. First things first, over on our live operations map, you can see our aircraft and our pilot are in the same place, and we need to prepare the aircraft for flight. We've got to load our cargo. Clicking this button. Oh, it's pounds. Look at that. 182 pounds. Pizza cake. All right. And our destination is Trenton, 60 nautical miles away. Right now, we've got enough fuel to fly 561 nautical miles, so we don't need to load any more fuel on board. And we can go ahead and validate our fuel and payload. And now we can start our flight. Let's hop over to the sim and get our flight started. We've selected ramp parking over here in the general aviation area. 46 looks pretty good for us. We've got our Bonanza, we've got live weather, and we're gonna load her up into the sim. In the meantime, we can check. OnAir will set the fuel for us. It'll set our payload. All that stuff will be set in the sim for us. It'll do a check to make sure that we've got the right aircraft and we're in the right location. And then we're going to start tracking the flight. We can check here in Rochester that we have 11 knots of wind from 310. We are VFR conditions. We're going to take a VFR flight today, especially since we have no ATC coverage. Everything we do will be on Unicom. And then up here in Trenton, yeah, we've got only 4 knots of wind. Which will probably put us on runway 24 here. So we will enter kind of on a 45 to the downwind leg, turn base, and turn final. Ready to fly. All right. OnAir network. Let's start tracking. And let's connect to VATSIM. Let's figure out how to turn this thing on. All right. Battery, alternators. All right, let's go full rich. Open up the throttle. Fuel pump on. That'll do. Let's pop our throttle back. Get our strobe and beacon and nav lights on. And let's hit the magneto. Nothing. All right. What are we missing? Fuel pump. We got a fuel pump. Pitot heat. Let's pop our avionics on just for funsies. Fuel pump high. Fuel pump low. Let's go fuel pump low. All right. Let's not flood this thing. What we got down here? Anything good? Flaps, trim. Ooh, fuel selector. All right, we got our left tank going. DREWSTOW Air is off to a stunning start. We are really just the kings of aviation here. Let's figure out how to turn this damn thing on. Just nothing. Man, that is depressing. Flaps. Got propeller. Oh, mixture. How about we... Yeah. What an idiot. Mixture. There we are. Let's get our throttle back to barely open. Now let's give it a go.
Your flight will
Hey, look at that. It starts.
shut down the engines.
Man, what a dummy. Parking brake was not on. Oh, man. We are on the struggle bus here. Parking brake is on. You're gonna want to check that your parking brake is on. All right. I don't know how anyone let us have a commercial aviation license. This is comically bad. Anyway, let's pop in a flight plan here. Swap that in there. Let's double check that yes, we are on Unicom. We've got no ATC controlling this airport for us, so we're gonna go solo 'cause YOLO. Alright, let's see if we need to turn anything else on here. Let's get our taxi lights on. We can also make a call to Rochester traffic here on VATSIM on Unicom just to let everyone know that we don't know what we're doing and we're gonna be ripping out of here on runway 7. Rochester traffic, November 5907 Quebec is General Aviation Rochester ground. Taking off runway 7, we're taxiing on our way over there, Rochester traffic. Pretty sure that wasn't the official way to do it, but here we go anyway. If we can start an aircraft without having the parking brake on, we can make erroneous calls on Unicom. Let's just spin ourselves around. Ooh, look at that. Look at that thing. There's a tower. Ooh, we got the police back there. Oh, jeez. Well, that's not great. Nobody tell them we don't know what we're doing. Alright, let's take a look. We got no traffic. Can keep plugging along here. Alright, here comes the threshold to the runway. Rochester traffic, November 5907 Quebec. Holding short runway 7, departing VFR out to the north. Rochester traffic. That sounded slightly more official. We'll go with that. Let's line her up here. And get out of town. Alright, speed is live. And we've hit rotation speed. So let's pop up here. Off the ground. Alright, we've got positive rate of climb. Flaps up. Gear up. We're not totally flying over the runway, but good enough for today. Get a look of Lake Ontario there. What a great lake it is. Let's take a look around. There's an airfield down below us. Burgeoning metropolis down there. Oh yeah, check that out. Hop over and take a look at Volanta here. This is cool. I mean, you can take a look at your climb profile right over the city there. Alright, so this might be a violation of VFR. Are we in a cloud? We're going to say that that was just some humidity and it was not a cloud. We are keeping our aviation license intact here today. We also for sure remembered to set our altimeter before we took off, which is maybe why we're flying about 200 feet too high right now. But again, we're not going to tell anybody that. The FAA is not watching. If you would like to buy one share of DREWSTOW Airlines, please smash the like and subscribe button. Is there even a like and subscribe? There should just... Why isn't that just one button? That's dumb. Hey YouTube, I got an idea. Like and subscribe as a single button. Okie dokie. We can check out Trenton and see, let's see, their elevation is 283 feet MSL. So we're gonna want to enter the pattern about 1,000 feet above that. So we're gonna want to come in at about, let's call it 1,300 feet. Piloting pro tip, you should always text and fly. Can't even snap off any good, oh, we need a DREWSTOW livery, huh? That would be pretty rad. Bright pink and blue just all over that thing. Gotta make that happen. Alright, let's make our call on Unicom here. Trenton traffic, November 5907 Quebec is 10 miles south of the airport. Planning full stop landing via runway 24, Trenton traffic. There's our runway. I think what you're supposed to do is start your base leg when you're at a 45. So when we're looking at the end of the runway right over here. I want to give myself a little bit longer on approach because I've not flown this thing before and I don't want to crash. DREWSTOW Air would never recover from a first flight crash. We just have to call it a career. Try to escape Canadian prison. So I think this is about where we should start the base turn. So let's slow her down a touch. Let's get our first notch of flaps in and turn for the base leg. Alright, popping in some flaps. Let's disable the autopilot. My crutch is gone. Alright, let's give her a little turn here.
Wing 290 and 11 knots.
Have we gone well past it? What is up here? Come on. There we are. Yep. Whoa! Easy, Tiger. I have not run long enough on my base leg. Oh boy, this is a disaster. What a disaster. It's fun though. Let's get some eyeballs on it. Alright, now here we go. Alright. Trenton traffic, November 5907 Quebec on final approach, landing full stop at Trenton. Trenton traffic. And we're low. Let's not forget landing gears. Alright, our poppy lights are saying we got some room to come up. Wonder what the landing speed of this plane is. I probably should have looked that up too, huh? God. What an amateur hour airline company this is, huh? Oof. Oof. We will never recover from this. Alright, alright. I'm thinking we're not in such terrible shape here. A little bumpy. Little bumpity. Alright, there we are. Alright, there we are. Let's get her down.
Landing time logged.
Alright, we'll take that. We'll take that on the ground. Alright. We are not financially ruined after one flight. Wasn't pretty by any stretch, but, you know, not terrible. Let's go find a place for a beer, huh? I think DREWSTOW Air does require a beer sponsor. Should get that on the livery, I think. Well, let's park her right over here by the stair car. Oh, I gotta go near the stair car. Watch out for hop-ons. You will have hop-ons. Alright, let's check out our flight here. So, we got a reputation bump of 0.16%, taking us up to 30.16%. So close to 100. We're almost there. We got our comfort bonus for respecting the rules. Our safety bonus for handling lights and landing and great stuff. We got our handling bonus for not taking too many G's. But most importantly, earned $5,000 and 1,000 XP. We are now, we're rolling in it. We've got 7 grand and our company is only slightly bankrupt. And take a look at what next generated job we have for us. All right, this is a 5-leg job. We've got cargo and passengers, 5 different places. All of them need to get to Rochester. We're up here in Trenton, so we might try to find a job that takes us to Syracuse so we can haul these people in. One last thing, let's take a look at our flight in Valanta here. See how good our landing was. All right, we did it. We managed a slightly better landing than negative 300 feet per minute. That's still not great. We want to get that closer to 100. But for a first shaky landing in a brand new aircraft, for a brand new airline, we will take it. All right, man, that's it for our first episode. Come back next time. Do all of the things you're supposed to do to let me know that you love me. This is DREWSTOW, signing off.